Meet Aisha. She just got a job offer in another city. The salary great, the opportunities even better. But her heart feels heavy. She has to leave behind her family, her friends, her late night chai sessions, and the street that hold her childhood memories. She sits staring at the phone and the email, debating. Should she take the job or stay? One moment she's excited about the adventure, the next she feels anxious, sad, and even guilty. Why does a decision feels like a battle between so many emotions? Have you ever felt torn like this? If so, you're not alone. Today we are talking about emotions, their powers, their purpose, and how they shape our decisions. To understand emotions better, first we have to understand the spectrum of emotions. They aren't just feelings, they are signals, messages from our mind and body, and they come in full spectrum, from basic to complex. Let's explore a few. Because the key to manage the emotions is first to understand them, acknowledge them, and then manage them. The first emotion we're going to talk about is happiness. That feeling when you take the first sip of your coffee in the morning, or when you play your favorite song. Happiness is our way of saying more of this place. It motivates us to seek joy, connection, and meaning. The second on our list is sadness. We try to avoid it, but it's actually a healing emotion. Ever watched an old video of your childhood and felt sad? That's nostalgic, a mix of sadness and love. Sadness tells us something mattered, something was meaningful and important for us. The third emotion on the spectrum is anger. Picture this. You're driving and someone cuts off. No signal, nothing. Your blood is going to boil, right? Anger isn't always bad. It's our built-in injustice detector. It says something isn't right and pushes us to stand up for ourselves. But uncontrolled anger, that's where the trouble begins. The next emotion on our spectrum is fear. You know that nervous feeling before a big presentation, or the rush when you almost slip on ice? That's fear, our survival alarm. Keeps us safe, but sometimes it holds us back as well. Can you imagine how many dreams we have been delaying because of the fear of failure? The next emotion is gratitude. That warm feeling when a friend helps you unexpectedly, or when you pause and realize, wow, I have so much to be thankful for. Gratitude, it changes everything. It shifts focus from what's missing to what's already here. Another emotion on the spectrum is envy, a tricky one. Seeing someone achieve something we can't can make us feel small. But if we shift our mindset, envy can be fuel. Instead of saying, why them, we can ask, how can I achieve that? How can I get there too? Every emotion has a role. None are good or bad. They just are. And they exist for a reason. And they shape the way we live, love, and decide. Now let's talk about how emotions they influence our decision making. Ever heard this phrase? Think with your head, not your heart. Sounds good in theory. But here's the truth. Mostly we all make emotional decisions first and logical justifications second. Let us give you some examples where we make emotional decisions first and then justify them later. Ever gone grocery shopping while hungry? Chances are you bought way more than you needed. Why? This is called impulsive decision. Hunger, it triggers emotions like urgency and desire, which overpower logic. Now let's talk about FOMO, fear of missing out. Ever bought something just because it was on sale, even if you didn't need it? That's FOMO in action. The fear of missing out can cloud our judgment as well. So emotions sometimes take over the practical judgment. Another one is fear of failure. Many people hold back from starting a business, applying for a dream job, or even confessing their feelings, all because fear paralyzes them. It whispers, what if you fail? What if it's not recognized? Your emotion is not acknowledged. And suddenly, we convince ourselves not to try. Have you ever said yes to something you didn't want to do just to avoid feeling guilt? That is called guilt and people pleasing. This is also something really important. Guilt plays a huge role in decision making, making us sacrifice our own needs for others' intelligence. So again, the emotions are in play more than practicality and logic. Regret and overthinking. This is also something where our emotions take the lead. Some decisions aren't about fear, they're about overanalyzing. Regret from past mistakes, it makes us hesitant, making even small decisions, and they feel very overwhelming. So here we have told you some examples of where we are making emotional decisions. First one was impulsive decisions. Second one was fear of missing out, which is also known as FOMO. Then fear of failure, and then guilt and people pleasing as well. And the last one is regret and overthinking. Emotions are powerful. They don't just influence our choices, they dictate them sometimes. But here is the catch. If we understand our emotions, we can control how much power they have over us. Now let's talk about emotional intelligence because it is a game changer. As I mentioned above, the emotions, they are very powerful. Does that mean we are slave to them? Not at all. This is where emotional intelligence, which is also known as EI, that comes in play. A skill that helps us understand our emotions, helps us manage our emotions and use our emotions wisely. Imagine this, a leader who stays calm under pressure instead of panicking, a parent who listens with empathy instead of reacting in anger, a person who makes decisions not based on fear but on awareness. That is emotional intelligence. It's all about recognizing your emotions, managing your emotions, understanding others' emotions, and making a balanced decision. Let's talk about each one of them. Recognizing your emotion is very important. It means that you know when you are driven by anger, sadness, excitement, or fear. Second one is managing emotion, taking a deep breath before reacting impulsively. That is managing your emotion. Third one is understanding others' emotion. This is really, really important. It helps developing empathy and stronger relationships with others. Last one is making balanced decisions, which you can make using these emotions as information, not as a driver. Think of EI or emotional intelligence like a muscle. The more you train it, the more it gets stronger. And the best part, anyone can improve it. To conclude the above discussion, emotions, they are powerful. They exist. They are there. They are not good or bad. They guide us. They warn us and shape our decisions. The key is to understand them. Instead of letting them control us, we should manage them with the help of emotional intelligence. Now, I want to hear from you as well. What emotions have influenced your biggest decision? Or have you ever regretted a choice because you made that choice out of emotions? Drop in your stories in the comment. I would love to discuss this with you. And don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Because next time we are diving deep into emotional intelligence, what it is and how you can master it. Keep smiling, keep shining, and continue taking care of yourself. We'll see you very soon. Till we meet again, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.